So the by phrase, Yusuf, read the little rule about the by phrase.
The by phrase is used in a passive sentence when it is important to know who performs an action.
Yeah.
He by Amman, it's important information.
Excellent. So listen, that's it. Okay, we only use the by phrase in a passive sentence if we want. First of all, it's used in a passive sentence, and it's only used when you want to focus on who did the action. If you don't care who did the action, then don't put it in. You don't have to put it in. All right, let's read the example. Give us our first example.
This sweater was made by my aunt.
Good.
Amazing.
This, no, right? Amazing. This sweater was made by my aunt.
I had one sweater. Really was made by my aunt.
See,
Yeah.
that's special, right?
Special, yeah.
So if you want to make a point of telling everybody that
Now
your aunt made a sweater,
yeah, I have a question now.
yeah.
Now, we have an aunt from my mom and aunt from my dad. Okay, what's called now for that? All
They're both called aunts. There's one word.
aunt.
So, yeah. So brothers and sisters of both your mom and your dad, in America we just call them aunt.
Aunt.
They're all aunts. Children of your mom and dad's brothers and sisters are called cousins. Cousins. Okay?
Good.
That's it. Yeah, good question. All right, read the next example.
My sweater was made in Korea.
Okay, good.
Spanish is spoken in Colombia. That house was built in 94. Rice is grown in many countries.
So listen, guys, here's the point. Okay? The point is in the passive, when the sentence is in the passive, you normally don't put this. Okay? The only time you use the by phrase is if, again, you care about who actually did the action. In this situation, it's kind of neat, it's cool that your aunt made a sweater for you. So that's why you put the by phrase. But you'll notice in all of these examples that Yusuf just read, there's no by phrase. Because it's not important who did the action. It might be in the case of B, okay, my sweater was made. It's more about where it was made, right? Not who made it, so we use in Korea. Maybe you're really excited because you bought a sweater in Medina, right? Made by a Bedouin from the sheep that live near Medina. So you said, my sweater was made in Medina, right? That's special to you. Okay.
How about
C again. Spanish is spoken, it's not about who did it, it's about where. Spanish is spoken in Colombia.
Here in the grammar, Spanish is spoken.
Yeah. It's passive, right?
Okay, but why didn't say Spanish is being spoken?
Well, because they don't want to focus on the fact that someone right now at this time is speaking Spanish. They want to focus on the fact, probably in the conversation, right? Someone's asking, what language do they speak in Colombia? Oh, Spanish is spoken in Colombia. They want to focus on the location.
Just place.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter about grammar or...
Well, listen, it matters what you're trying to focus on. If you're trying to focus on who did the action, we use the by phrase. Hopefully, after reading these examples, if you want to focus on where the action took place, guess what? Use the in phrase.
In phrase.
Yeah. Okay, this is about where. in these two examples. This is about who did it, right? Who did it? Now, in your example, all you did is make it progressive. It was still passive. When you make something progressive, you're focusing on the action itself being done in motion, right?
Yeah.
And depending on the tense you use, it could be focusing on the action being done in a certain location in the present or in the past. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, these are all important things. You're changing the focus by changing it from active to passive, and by making it passive progressive or passive perfect or passive present. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
Teacher,
Yep.
this example is still passive.
These are all passive.
All of
Yeah, look at it. Look at me. My sweater was made in Korea. What tense is that?
it's passive.
It's simple past passive, because it uses the be verb and it uses verb 3.
I can also.
Okay?
I can
Remember, the verb tense, you have the verb tense is changed in the be verb. Or the have or has for the perfect.
Yeah.
But then it's always verb 3. Yeah.
I can also say past perfect.
Past, that's not past perfect. To be
Past
past
perfect.
perfect, you need had.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Had been.
This past.
Take it.
Simple past.
Yeah, that's simple past.
Simple,
careful.
past passive. Past passive.
Yep. Alright, everybody okay?
Yes.
You okay? Khalid, you okay? You look like you're very focused.
Yes, because I want to memorize.
You want to learn.
It's good. Teacher.
Alright. F! Khalid, read F.
My aunt is very skillful. She made this sweater.
Alright. Now, read off to the side there.
Okay. Usually the active is used when the speaker knows who
Performed.
performed the action. Is in F where the focus of attention is on my aunt.
Good. So listen, I mean, we notice in F they're just simple present, right? In the first sentence, my aunt is very skillful. It's just a simple present, active verb. And again, in the second sentence, she made this sweater. It's simple past, active. So the point is, we use active voice
Yes.
when we already know who did it. See, we use passive when we want to focus on who actually did it, because maybe that's the point. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. So, read G, Khalid.
Change the sentence from active to passive. Include they by.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you reading G? Just read the example G, A and B.
Example.
Oh, yes.
Conversation.
Yes. G, A. I like your sweaters. Thanks. This sweater was made by my aunt. The sweater.
That sweater.
That sweater was made by my mother.
Okay, again, here's what they want to point out. Now, by the way, what verb tense are the two sentences?
Past very passive.
Past passive in the first one, and
The second
And also past passive and the.
yeah. So look at the context. Let's say you own your own shop and you sell sweaters, right? And your family makes the sweaters. A customer comes in the door and says, "Wow, these are beautiful sweaters." Now you want the person to know they're not just anybody's. You didn't just have them made in China, right? They were made by your mom or your auntie sitting at home.
That sweater
Guess what?
was not made by mom. It's good.
Well, again, what tense is that? Those sweaters were not made by my mom.
Will not or was not?
That sweater was not made by my mother.
Yeah, by mother.
What
my mother.
verb tense is that?
This past, not past. Yeah, past passive.
No, it's not.
Was
Were
not.
not made. Were
Was not.
made. Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah, were
Was
not
not
made.
made.
That would be a negative.
Negative
Passive.
past.
Yeah.
Symbol. I'm sorry. Past passive.
Right. But the point here, and it does, it works. In that conversation, you would want to say that. But first you would want to say, these sweaters on this side of the room were made by my aunt.
My aunt, yeah.
These sweaters over here were made by my mother.
It's good.
And then maybe they look at the ones in the middle and ask you, hey, were these made by your mother as well? No, they were not made by my mother. These were made by my father.
It's good. It's good.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's all about who
did the action?
The action.
Yeah.
We want to go passive and we want to use by.
Who did the action? Like do it or
Who actually did it? Yes.
Did it? It's good.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, let's
About
practice.
the movie, teacher.
Let's practice. What?
Can I say about the movie?
Oh, hey, what? Yeah.
This word?
If you want to focus on the producer,
Yeah.
like, I mean, people love to watch certain movies by like Spielberg, right? Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
He's a famous producer. You know, if you watch his movie, then it's going to be amazing. So yes, you could say something like, let's say I invite you to go to the movies. Hey, you want to go see It, the scary movie coming out? And you say to me something like, I don't know, who made the movie? Oh, it was made by Steven Spielberg, the famous producer.
Who was made?
It was made
No,
by.
the question. Who was the?
Who produced? Simple past. Who produced the movie? In my answer, because I want to focus on Steven Spielberg, I'm going to use past passive.
Yeah.
It was made by Steven Spielberg. See?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, right? It's good. Yeah. You okay?
Practice.
Hey, let's just so you really get it, let's pretend you got a gift of chocolates in the mail. And Nawaf comes to your apartment and he sees this beautiful gift of chocolates, but there's no name on it. And he says, Khaled,
Who is it?
who sent you those amazing chocolates?
Yeah.
See, now you can use this
Plus
because it matters. Nawaf, that really cute Brazilian girl I met last session, the chocolates were sent by her
girlfriend.
I broke his heart.
And then Hanif goes over and he picks up the package and you forgot to take the little sticker off it, right? And it actually says, from Nawaf's mom.
I hope so, teacher.
Right?
Send me some chocolate here.
Yeah. I'm just kidding.
No problem,
All
teacher.
right. So let's practice. Hey, you can turn the video off. All right, G. Kyle, read the directions to G. Teacher.
And after that, what we do, this is the, what?
What?
The verb. What's the, here? What does this sentence?
Subject.
No, what?
I have a question.
1 minute.
Verb.
After I finish, I answer your question.
But
Okay. What? This is simple past or past?
Past.
past passive?
Simple
What?
past.
Simple past?
Yes.
Simple past? Yes, simple past. What we do now?
What we should do now?
Yeah, we just take this down. Before we did it, we write here what helping verb is was. Okay? Was buried. Okay? And what we write after was buried, we write this Bob Smith, but we want something help us. Because this is don't make sentence. That house was built.
This one?
Bob Smith.
Yeah.
This don't make sentence.
Yeah.
You know. And what we do, we want just something help the sentence. Okay.
It's good.
And now we write by.
Amazing.
By and the name Bob Smith. This is the grammar in the symbol. This is the grammar.
But I have a question.
Okay, give me your question now.
Now, build this.
Yes.
Which verb? Verb 1 or 2 or 3?
Built.
Yeah.
Built is verb 3.
How about verb 1?
Built, can you tell us, Mr. Josh?
Yes, teacher. Build.
Build.
What?
Build.
Okay, come in the board and write the word here.
Thank you, teacher.
Yes. Because I test you. Okay, build. See this. This is.
Thank you, teacher. Really, I forgot this
Hey,
word.
teacher. Hey, our break is right now. so
Yeah, teacher.
finish
Break. I'm
breaking.
sorry.
Okay. No.
Teacher, break. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, teacher. Teacher, we have a break. I'm sorry.
No
I'm sorry.
problem.
You still my time, teacher. You still my time, teacher.
I need to go
I'm
smoke.
sorry. I have to go smoke.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Thank you, teacher.
Come.
Thank you.
We'll come back. We'll come back.
Okay.
You will
We'll continue.
You will continue.
Don't rest the board.
I will.